How's your day, Ryan?
Well, our interviewee, Jolie,
Yeah.
it's been very busy.
I'm gonna interview you.
But it seemed like you had a good day with the haircut.
Yeah.
Now the eternal question, which hair on your head did they cut?
Like a good 50% of it.
Oh, 50%. Oh. So it wasn't just the hair.
Well, I mean...
I know what you mean. I just make that joke.
Yeah.
But hello to both our Twitch and our YouTube viewers.
You stream with both? No.
Yeah, we do. We've been doing that, actually.
Oh, I didn't know.
Welcome, Lucas, Josh, Screen Tear, Toxic Annual, Not Delanor, Cookie Sore. There's more than one character named GM Raiden? As far as I know, I'm the only GM Raiden. Cookie Store misses your old IGN, Choli.
Depends on which one they're talking about. I've had a few IGNs.
I know quite a few of them, if I recall.
Yeah.
Stipulator, welcome. Paxel, welcome. So, everyone joining us, welcome. And with me is one of our biggest winners when it comes to tournaments. Like, whenever this guy enters, he seems to just pull out a victory from either out of nowhere or just out of his sword or burning arm or something. He always bursting blades the HP bars of everyone he encounters. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who he is, welcome Choli to the GM live stream.
Oh, it's me.
Yes, it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
I am here to learn how to be a star rank, says Tyrant Valzi.
How do you win your court case? I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, he's not a lawyer. He's a PvPer in Elsword, and also a PvEer. In fact, you do both, if I recall.
Yeah, I do both. I'm not that amazing at PvE, though.
Uh-oh.
I've been trying to get better, though.
Well, I will say you are one of the Nova Imperators that I do know that is topping PvE, so...
I am one of the NIs, yes.
Yeah, so you can definitely teach people a few tricks and all that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So, again, everyone, this is going to be an interview with Choli, who will be joining us today, and we're going to be asking him a few questions regarding a bit of his PvP history when it comes to entering tournaments, how he can kind of do what he does, any sort of tips that he can provide you guys. And even jump into the PvE side of things to help you out as well. Because I know that a lot of you guys may want to play Raven, especially Nova Imperator. And what better than having someone who wins so much on Nova teach you guys how to manage his overheat system properly.
You know what? This is perfect. I've been meaning to push my NI propaganda for so long now.
Let's be careful.
More NI players.
You know what? I can agree with that. I want to pick him up more, so there's definitely going to be something I can learn. And then we're also going to give you, chat, a chance to ask some questions. And Charlie, if you have any questions for me, we can also maybe squeeze a few in. But...
Oh, yeah. What'd you have for lunch today?
I had Hawaiian barbecue.
Oh.
With, oh, God. It was beef and panko chicken.
I mean, it sounds good.
Oh, it was good. Alright, however, I'm sure a lot of you have either seen the announcement on Discord or the announcements in-game, or even the announcements on social media about Kaching giveaways.
There's giveaways?
Yes, Choli! And you know what? I didn't set up Nightbot for this. I should have. But you know what? The first one will be on me. I will post it in both the YouTube and the Twitch chat. So, if you head to this Google form, there will be a list of requirements on how to enter. To enter, you need to submit an entry into our Chung fashion event that started this morning. Then,
So you have to enter the Chung Fashion event to join the giveaway?
yes, for this giveaway, you have to join it, take a screenshot, and then post it on your social media platform of choice. Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. You have until the end of this stream to do that, and then you must submit your IGN, what server you play, and the link to your SNS posting in that Google form. We'll be looking at them after the end of the stream, and we're going to choose 10 winners to win 500 kaching each. Make sure you do read the rules. Make sure that the SNS post is public, and the link that you post is to that exact post. Not your profile, because I will not count it. And while I'm at it, I'm going to add the command for Nightbot so you guys can join.
So there's 2 giveaways? Like there's the fashion, like the Google Doc one and the Nightbot one?
No. I'm going to put the form into Nightbot so that people can access it on their own, so that I don't have to post it. Although this will be for Twitch, not so much YouTube. YouTube guys, don't worry, I will not ignore you. I will be posting it every so often. Alright, it should be active on Twitch. Let me see. There we go! Alright, and I did drop it into the YouTube chat, so YouTubers, you guys can actually look at it yourself. But, you know what? Charlie, you're here for an interview. I think it's time that we actually start said interview, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Really? I actually thought that you were going to say, nah, I think we should just sit here and chat.
That's Shimo, not me.
That's true, that Shimo would do something like that. Alright, so I guess we'll start with the big one. Obviously, whenever someone joins Elsword, they have this sort of, oh crap, who do I start with? And everyone picks a character, either because they like the look, they've seen gameplay and they want to try it, whatever. So, Choli, who was your very first character when you played Elsword, and which class did you choose?
Well, I mean, when I first started playing Elsword, right, that was like when the KR server was released. So I didn't really have too many choices, so I just played Elsword. Like, and I think I eventually went into the Lord Knight path. And then eventually we go to the Rune Slayer, which people actually do know me for. Chili Rune. Not exactly my favorite, not exactly my greatest times. But and then I remember like watching like a Kirby Blader video on like playing Veteran Commander. I'm just like, oh, that character's so cool. I want to play Veteran Commander. And then that's how it went from there.
So once Veteran Commander came out, it's like, I think I found the character I want to stay with.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
And also the first character I actually worked on. Like, that was my first Oath of Ruin character. Do you remember, like, back when Lucio first released? And
yes.
they gave out, like, the plus 10 if you leveled up a Lucio to 70?
Yes, I remember I got that.
Yeah, that was actually my very first plus 10, and that's, like, the reason I continued playing VC.
I think that was a lot of people's first plus 10. I know it was definitely mine, and if I remember correctly, I think I used it on the Karis staff for Aisha.
For me, it was a secret dungeon weapon. I remember everybody else was just farming up secret dungeons for that, too.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And then, of course, later on, we did have the renewals for all the characters that gave plus 9 amulets. Those I was definitely throwing on the...
Oh, yeah, that event was so nice. I love that event.
That one was plus 9 secret dungeon weapons for me as well.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of already answered my other question, which was why did you choose them? And in this case, you chose Lord Knight first because, oh, that was the only option that was one of the only options. That was the only option at the time. Yeah, and then Rune Slayer because... oh, you started liking that one more, and then you switched to Veteran Commander because, oh, this one looks so cool, and you stayed with it for...
Kirby Blader video.
Alright, and I guess, like, what made you stick with Nova Imperator? I'm gonna guess that it's, like, similar to that, where it looks so cool, and just as the years went by, and we got more stuff, like Transcendence, and the Nova Imperator, and Masterclass, it just started feeling a lot better.
Yeah. So basically, the reason I continued playing VC and NI is mostly because like I spent so much time investing in the character, and at the time we didn't have like the title sharing or like the gear sharing stuff. So I had to just stick with the character, and I eventually just kept on liking the character. Like his buttons are so cool.
I will say,
I really like the old bursting blade, the one where you had like the triple like flame sword.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like, I just like jumping in the air and then just catching people off
Yeah, that
guard
button
with
was
it.
really fun. I love that button.
Yeah. What about in comparison to the new one? What would you say?
The new bursting blade? Oh, dude, the new bursting blade is just a good button. It's not as entertaining, but it's just a really strong button.
Yeah. Okay. Now, some people have preparations, like whenever they do sort of like PvP matches or something. As someone who used to watch wrestling and kind of recently has mostly just been watching news about it, example, Bill Goldberg usually had a ritual where he would like slam his head into a locker to hype himself up for his matches. I don't know why.
That sounds dangerous.
It was very dangerous, especially for one match, but I don't know if he still does it. But ignored the whole slamming head into locker thing just to hype himself up. Do you have like any sort of preparation you do when you get ready for a PvP tournament?
I don't know if it's so much of a ritual, but what I do for every tournament is I wake up like last minute. It happens every time. I always like wake up so late, and I'm just like, oh shoot, the tournament's about to happen in like 20 minutes. I better wash up. And then like I finish washing up, don't eat anything because I don't have time. Because Elsword gives me so much fun.
You must not skip sleep even if Elsword gives so much fun.
Yeah. And then I don't even warm up really because I feel like I do better if I don't warm up.
Like you let the match warm you up first.
Yeah, I let the match warm me up.
Interesting. Most people like they kind of practice ahead of time just to get their fingers all warmed up. I would say like maybe that can work in your favor since
I actually have hand problems, so I can't really play video games for too long of a time.
That's like another thing I was going to reference. Like some people, maybe like they're wearing out their hands like a little bit early with the practice, so that when it comes time for the match, they accidentally slip up because of it.
I burn out fast.
But yeah,
it also gets really painful.
Oh yeah, especially in your case where it's like, oh, like I can't do it for too long, otherwise my hands. Yeah, I got similar issue.
If I had to go from if I had to raid and then do PvP, it'd probably be over for me.
I'm pretty sure like you may have seen it sometimes on the GM live streams with me. I've actually worn like wrist bracers. That's usually in cases where okay, I'm playing a bit too much that my wrist is starting to hurt. I gotta actually wear this to play now.
So yeah, I've actually told a lot of people already that if I play for too long, my hand starts hurting a lot.
Time to invest in some gamer gloves, maybe some Nova Imperator gloves. They're fireproof.
Maybe. Yeah, I need my own overheat system.
All right, let's see. What would be? I'll ask one more question, then we'll toss it over to chat for any potential questions that they have. So, you're a Nova Imperator player, and of course, anyone who understands any sort of PvP in any sort of game knows the word matchup. What would you say is your toughest matchup? And not just like Nova Imperator, but just yours in general. And we'll say 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3 scenarios.
Out of every game mode, the one matchup that consistently gets me is Rushdown. I like to play passive, I like to play slow. Rushdown just gets me so annoyed because I have to think faster. I can't make my calm decisions anymore. I have to just keep up with their pace. So it's like, if they start running at me with super armor, I have to think fast on what I have to do to get out of there fast. If they choose to go left, I have to go right, stuff like that.
So pretty much any sort of character and class that is heavy rushdown focus is kind of your weakness.
Yeah, I think you saw in the last tournament, the hero was playing Genesis, and I have no idea what I have to do to fight Genesis.
It's pretty much you're like one of those, I want to sit in the back, kind of read how things are, but if everything's going too fast, oh no, I'm kind of panicking a little bit.
Well, it's not that it's panicking, it's more of I have to think faster.
Yeah.
Every decision I make is going to matter more.
Yeah, since someone in the chat was talking about my L house. Yeah, my L house is open, chat. If you want to come visit.
There's so many cats.
Well, sadly, this isn't Aura. It's not a Lucio. Otherwise, it would definitely be a full-on catastrophe.
What's your house called? The Perfect Home? I hate it.
Yeah, it's definitely perfect. Chat, you guys can enter through the random invite or random entry thing.
I will find a way in there. I will join randomly until I get in there.
Yeah. Yeah, look at all these people who have joined in the past and left me some nice comments. Oh man, I don't have anything recent. Wait, is it actually? Let me make sure it's open because I may have locked it.
What? You don't leave your house open at night?
No, I don't. Okay, no, it actually is. It's open. Why is my residence points low? Because I don't farm on this character. This is like not my normal account. Or even like the stream account. The stream account has more residence than this because I actually focus on that one sometimes.
You have to level up manually on your GM account?
Well, I could ask. It doesn't guarantee I can actually do it.
I was about to say, like, are you gonna do like GM ERP farm 16
hey, maybe one day we could do that. I don't know, there are times where I have jumped into Titan's Grotto just for fun. So hey, maybe you guys will see me in there, sort of farming some residents. Still gonna work on the EXP set though.
Oh, the potions from this battle pass are so nice. I've just given my friends my potions, and they've got so many levels.
Oh, I actually gotta use those too.
I made it.
Choli's here.
I'm taking your couch.
Yeah, my chair. Yeah, you can take my chair. Enjoy all the cats. Don't worry, they're well trained and well fed. I think. I don't know what.
I mean, financially, this sounds extremely expensive. Food, litter.
I just asked Aisha to do all that work. I don't want to do that on. Okay, there we go. What's the name of it? That's a good question, actually. Starlight Chubby Cat, Kelly.
Oh my god, that inventory. How many did you pull?
Yes. Alright, so, chat, do you have any questions for Charlie? We're going to take a quick moment.
I mean, it looks like Frozen Thread has a question.
What do you think about Mad Paradox?
What do I think about Mad Paradox? I definitely think that character has some major flaws that prevent it from being a top-tier character. But there have been so many times where, like, someone in queue has just tanked me, came back the next life, pressed maximum strike, and just one-shot me. It actually happened just yesterday. I was thinking like 150k ticks. It was crazy.
Ooh,
but the character is definitely not as good as some of these newer characters coming out.
Thoughts on Adrestia?
Thoughts on Adrestia? I think the character is very good. It has the base Elysis, like, fundamentals. Like, you got the Stoic Strong, which is just Elboy Stoic, or Iron Body. So that's just inherently good. What was that? I don't remember what that teleporting skill was called.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Chasing Prey, right?
Something similar. Chasing Prey.
I'll go near them and they'll mass Chasing Prey. And like, it doesn't stop tracking when you're in iframes either. So I'll be like an Opten, I'll walk near them and they immediately teleport to my Opten. I feel like it's a character that, if played right, can be, like, incredible.
Out of curiosity, did you happen to see the International Server Tournament? The Latin America one specifically, because we had...
I saw a little bit, but I actually think I was busy during that day.
Yeah, it was like during the afternoon.
Oh yeah, it was run by like the other GMs, right?
No. That was the Southeast Asia. I actually did the Latin America one.
Okay, I was watching. I saw the other one at like midnight. I'm like, they stream it this time?
We did have some of our international server GMs actually help out with that, so kudos to them for actually like stepping up for that too. For the Latin America, I did it, but it was during like 1 in the afternoon over here. So, yeah, you may not have seen it, but we did like have 2 Adressias. One of them was a little bit seemed like nerds got them, especially because like their first match was in semifinals, and the other one at one point it looked like, oh crap, they're in trouble, but then they just suddenly 2v1'd and took the game, which was pretty good. Ruby Dolls.
The current state of Elsword, like making comebacks is actually really easy because there's just so much damage going around.
Mm-hmm.
So any like small mistake could actually cost you the game, and it's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in this case it was the score was 3-2, and Ruby Dolls, the Adressia player, was kind of low on health against the opposing team, who had a decent amount of health, but then all of a sudden got like a double catch on both of them and just murdered their health bars.
All right, we should probably go through some of these questions.
Yeah, let's see. Viper Crow is like, hey, it's Choling, their favorite NI player.
I was actually talking to Sky just earlier in the official Discord because I was wanting to talk to him about PvE. and I heard from like Kay that Sky actually does a lot of damage in Ran Raid, so I wanted to get advice.
I actually have partied with her. Yes, she is a good carry. Let's see. You know, I'll actually
the next best Raven player if I were to quit.
I was gonna ask, like, who do you think would be like the next best Raven player compared to you? Because clearly you're the one that's been taking over with all the Raven tournaments, or just like tournaments in general.
It'd have to be only nice, right? I think it'd have to be only nice.
Okay.
Like based off of the players in NA, like I don't know truly how many other Raven players there are, but only nice has definitely like gotten the wins. He's got the damage.
I fought Only Nice a few times in the back, and yeah, it was actually.
He's got Sonic Slash. That button is so obnoxious.
Last one from YouTube, the YouTube side. What do you do when you believe a new class may be interesting for PvP? Do you try it out, or are there characteristics that show if a class is good or not for PvP?
There's actually a few things that determines if the character is going to be like really good in PvP or not when it releases. And it's kind of hard to see sometimes because like we like go off of the day 1 impressions, and it's like if nothing happens on day 1, we're like, oh well, this character sucks, we'll just move on. But then there'll be just that one person who continues playing and finds that ridiculous button and turns that character from like, oh wow, I didn't know this character could do this, and then everyone starts playing it again. I actually think, what was it, Demercio got that treatment recently. I remember Wishlock first tried playing Demercio, and he just, after like the first few days, he went straight back to Diane Jelly. Like, wow, this character sucks. And then somebody, like other people started playing the character, like, oh wow, you can press this button, and it actually does an insane amount of damage, and the utility is amazing.
And then all of a sudden, I made a mistake, I'm going back to Demercio.
Yeah, and now Wishlock is Demercio again.
Yeah, it definitely seems like first impressions are probably either good or bad in some cases. But then it's like after a lot of time is invested, people then start finding out like, oh, this character is better than I thought it was, or the opposite in some cases. And
yeah, like I've definitely learned like with these force paths that first impressions definitely are not good. Like you can't go off of first impressions. You need to spend some time with the character and truly see whether or not the character is ridiculous or not.
All right. So let's see. There was something I was going to mention. Well, I can't really think of it. So, all right. Let's go back to like some of the other questions. I did ask you about the toughest matchups for, and you mentioned Rushdown. Would you say like there's any specific classes in that category? Okay, Genesis, but how about like any other?
I think Heroes got me traumatized after what happened in that 1v1 tournament. That was ridiculous. I was just stuck there wondering what I had to do.
And then wasn't it like a game 1, he just murders you, and then game 2, it's like, okay, crap, I'm getting murdered again, but then you managed to come back, and the third game was a little bit shaky as well. It's been a while for that tournament, so I'm kind of blanking on it.
Also, Frozen Threat, I don't think you want to hear my unrestricted thoughts on the state of PvP. That'd probably not be safe for the stream.
Yeah, let's not. Let's not.
Yeah, let's not do that.
All right. So you definitely said earlier you want more people to pick up NI. So,
I definitely do. I've actually been saying this forever. I see so many like Furious Blades. I see Revenants. I see like Rage Hearts occasionally. We have Chubis for Rage Hearts. But for Nova and Paradigm, it's just me. I've actually haven't seen another NI player in Arena.
So in this case, for any aspiring Novas, what would let's like start off with skills, because one of the biggest things is skills. What skills would you recommend that players focus on starting to learn?
Like learn as in like how to use, or
pretty much like, okay, you should have this skill on your bar. Here's why, and kind of like practice with it, things like that.
Oh, okay. We can go from there. Obviously, the obvious button to put on your bar, Bursting Blade, that's your damage button. There's no real learning curve to that button. You just kind of press it when you like think you're gonna be able to hit it for damage. The only real like thing you have to look out for is if the opponent's in super armor. If you hit an opponent in super armor, they can actually get out of delay before you do. So it's not safe to chain another skill.
Interesting. I actually didn't know that, so that's good to know.
Yeah, so that's why like whenever I like PvP and I show my friends, they're just like, "Oh, why are you pressing like Revolver into Bursting Blade?" It's actually not safe to do Bursting Blade into Revolver.
Because the amount of time that you get with the two skills, that super armor will usually be gone, so that you're actually a bit more safe.
Oh yeah, before we continue, congratulations to Reki on getting his plus 12. He's such a cool kid.
Yeah, in fact, congratulations to everyone who's actually been enhancing. I know like a lot of people have been doing it recently. Either going for like the plus 11s or even like plus 12s in some cases. So good job for everyone who's been doing it and been successful. In fact, right now, congratulations.
Super successful in this enhancement event.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you were there to watch.
Oh no.
But the first one was on stream. I spent like all of my tournament winnings, almost all of it, to get the first plus 12, right?
Uh-huh.
But then like a week later, as I was getting ready to go to class, I'm like, oh well. I was like, oh well, whatever. I have like $200 left in KC from the tournament. And I started clicking on my Rage Hearts, which is the blacksmith character. And I just randomly hit another plus 12. I'm like, whoa, I made profit.
Wow! Wow! Alright, so you mentioned Bursting Blade for your damage, and you also mentioned Revolver Cannon, so...
yeah, Revolver Cannon is just another damage button. You can actually use it to save people in twos.
Oh yeah, because
yeah, it doesn't actually cost too much, and if you hit it, it almost does like a full refund.
And you could also be a bit safe with it because it is a ranged attack.
Yeah, it is a ranged option.
And I know like some people in chat were like including a couple other skills like shooting dash.
Yeah, there's like the obvious inclusions like Shadow Step. Like, how could you play Raven without Shadow Step? That just sounds awful. And then Mental Crash. That is a button that a lot of people like generally seem to underrate when they play NI. They say like, oh, I don't have enough slots for a Mental Crash. I have 12 slot or 10 slot syndrome. I need to put on all these nuking skills. But the pure utility of Mental Crash, just changing the MP gain to 0, it's like having an Ignite on a button.
If anything, like one thing with fighting games that is sometimes utilized is meter management, and not just your own, but your opponent's. And in this case, Mental Crash is you managing their resources, because you also... I mean,
their meter, in this case, meter is MP, right?
Yes.
So, preventing them from, like, getting the resources needed to leave their combo is incredibly broken.
Yeah. Alright, how about Harpoon Spear?
Harpoon Spear, that's a no-go for me, sir. Why would you have Harpoon Spear when you have Bursting Blade and Revolver Cannon? Or even Crow?
Alright, so Shooting Dash, we didn't really touch on that one, but that's also like a pretty good skill because you can use it multiple times. Good way to get out and even close the gap in to get a catch.
Oh yeah, Shooting Dash is like delays around the same as an Awakening, so you can definitely use it to just get closer, get a free catch. Especially since it's a tenacity skill. Oh, another very important button, Haze Explosion. I've
Oh.
complained for years about KD. Ever since they changed this KD passive from 15% to 7.01%, which I still mention all the time, by the way. I find it hilarious that it says 0.01.
That is kind of a little bit awkward, but I don't know.
But yeah, Cage Explosion on the initial hit would reduce KD by 25. While it doesn't sound like much, sometimes it is like the reason the combo doesn't drop versus like being able to continue the combo.
And if I recall correctly, it also has an action speed debuff. So
it does, yeah. It scales off of poison resist.
Ah,
so if you have like 500 poison resist, you generally won't feel it. But if you have less than 500, which a lot of people didn't actually have 500 resist in the tournament, because like what was it? We weren't allowed to use like what was it? I don't remember.
Like
some things weren't allowed.
Accessories weren't allowed.
It was the accessory.
I think for the 1v1, the L resonance wasn't allowed.
Oh, yeah, ERP was disabled.
At least for the 1v1. Yeah. Oh, definitely some note taking for the future though.
Yeah, Hellfire is another really good button. Just a good panic button.
Oh yeah, you just smash it.
Yeah, like you just press it. If you hit it, oh, that's great. Because if they're in super armor, you can just run out afterwards. But if they're not in super armor, you just get a free catch.
All right. Any other buttons that you would recommend for players, for NI players to kind of like look at?
A lot of people underrate this button purely because it's a base skill. But NI actually has a passive that interacts with this button. It's actually Flame Sword.
I was about to say, is it Flame Sword?
Yeah, Flame Sword, like, is super underrated on NI. It becomes air castable with a passive. The damage increase you get from the passive is not that important, but the fact that you can use a button mid-air and have it be super armor is just a really good button.
And sometimes...
It prevents a lot of people from hitting you with, like, random buttons while you're in the air, because people think, like, oh, he jumped, he's unsafe.
Nope.
But yeah, I'm actually really safe.
Alright, how about combos, like command combos? Because obviously, you gotta build up some of that MP. Any sort of, command combos that you would recommend to, even like this as a start out?
Yeah, I feel like the easiest combo for anybody to learn has gotta be the ZZXX X drop. Yeah. Like, that is just an extremely easy combo. It's your bread and butter. You'll use it everywhere. And then the skill ceiling only changes when you're, like, doing the same combo, but you're, like, changing ledges or something. That's where, like, the only part where, like, people might have troubles, but even then, you can just adapt. You can use Haze, because it doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't KD any better.
Interesting.
It's also your best source of MP.
I'm not surprised. That's usually been like a Raven staple since even like way back in the early days of PvP too. In some cases, at least like with the Fury's Blade, I remember was the ZZ loop as well, where it's like you just do those 2 quick hits, and if you know how to cancel it, you just build up MP really quickly.
You can actually still ZZ loop. Actually, it became easier.
Yeah, it became easier with the.
Yeah, you don't have to actually do the X's anymore.
Yeah, I think that was like with the reboot that we had in 2019.
I actually think it might have been renewals.
It might have been renewals.
All of our normals to be a bit more floaty.
Yeah, it might have been maybe that. I was thinking maybe...
so you do like ZZ, and then you dash forward, and then stop the dash, and then you just ZZ again. And the hit stun change only made it even easier. Before it was kind of unsafe, because the hit stun's not that long. But after the hit stun, like, patch where attack speed is no longer affecting hit stun, it's pretty easy to do.
Also, for both the YouTube and the Twitch viewers, I did paste the link for the Google form. We are doing a Kashin giveaway after the stream is over. So if you guys want to join, just follow the rules in that form, and that's it. Okay. So, obviously, we've done like a lot of PvP talk. Let's switch a little bit to the PvE side, because you do enjoy some PvE as well, and
you still raid every week.
Yeah, you still raid every week.
I'm actually getting my weapon accessory next week.
Oh, very nice. Dang, and I still don't even have the weapon yet.
Yeah, I'm so cool, right?
So, what are some big things that Nova Imperator players should probably know about when playing the class? One of them I would probably say is, of course, the overheat system. But besides just that, any other tips that you can provide?
It's mostly just related to the like, skill rotations.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to swap to my PvE page right now, before you press Rain of Fire and Giga Prominence, which is your like primary damage buttons, right? I like to press Bursting Blade. People have been telling me to press it less. I press Bursting Blade, I put down Ignition Crow Napalm, because if the enemy's standing in the fire, your damage goes up by 15%. Like, that's just a lot of damage.
Okay.
And then, after that it's Ifrit Flame, to lower the enemy's defenses. And the resistances too, which is actually... the resistance lowering is very helpful for your party. It helps you support out a lot. Makes their freezes last longer. But after you get all those debuffs and buffs out, that's when you press your damage buttons. Rain of Fire having to be spaced a little bit, so the middle fireballs is what hits the boss.
Get that really good angle.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything else you could probably share on that one?
I'm gonna be honest, this character is really straightforward in PvE, so...
It's like, just press this button, then this button, then this button, then this button, and
yeah,
then you do it
set
again.
up your buffs, you set up your debuffs, you Rain of Fire, you Giga Prominence, press 7 Burst, and then you throw out another Crow, and then the loop repeats from there.
And of course, if you don't have all the cooldown reduction and acceleration to make that happen,
then you
press a few more buttons.
Whatever buttons left over.
Press whatever buttons are still available.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always a good fun thing. Just press all the buttons. All right. So for those of you who may or may not know, we do have our ad tournament starting tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be doing all the matches up to top 8, and then this Saturday will be top 8. So, Choli, since we have that, I'm kind of curious on your thoughts on all 4 ad packs. It seems like you already said Mad Paradox, so Doombringer,
yeah, if I had to like list them in order, the worst ad currently, unfortunately, I would have to say it is Overmind. I definitely think that character does need some work. But then it'd be Mad Paradox, and then it'd be like not Dominator, Doom. No, it would be Dominator, and then Doombringer.
Okay. So let's give a bit of a rundown for each one then. Like, what do you feel is the strength of each one?
The strength of each one?
Yeah.
Overmind, you press your one-shot button, they die.
Alright,
like playing RH.
What's the one-shot button in this case?
Defibrillator.
Ah, defib.
But the button itself isn't the one-shot. You actually need to like combo it with your V key.
Oh.
Which gives you many buffs.
Like, build up that 100% and then activate it to defib, boom.
Yeah, you have to like press defib, and then you have to activate your V key midway through, and then turn it off as soon as possible, because you don't want to waste all the V key.
Alright, so if there's any Overminds in the chat who are participating tomorrow, here you go. There's a little bit of advice if you don't know that.
Mad Paradox, just play... You're basically just playing neutral on ad. And then when you... Whether you get comboed or you combo them, you're just earning up your DP so that you can press your maximum strike or your void field, whatever you need to do to get the catch.
Gravity field or...
Gravity field... I'm a bit iffy on Gravity Field, if I'm being completely honest. Because, like, the button's really strong, right? It forces out a break if they get hit by it. But I swear, I've seen people just jump out of it.
Ooh.
Same goes for Void Field. I don't know if it has to do with latency or whatever. But those buttons are inconsistent.
That's unfortunate then, but hopefully tomorrow with any of the Mad Paradoxes that we see, that will not be an issue for them. I mean, we do have like a lot of strong competitors, so we'll see how that goes.
What's the Dominator? Like, what else is there to really say except for Starfall?
Drone Activator Starfall?
That too, or it can be Starfall into Drone Activator. The order doesn't really matter.
So pretty much just those 2 words.
Yeah, Starfall. I swear, I hear that word at least 20 times in a single Twos game.
Alright, and...
Doombringer, pretty straightforward. Like, once again, you're just playing ad neutral. Once you get the resources, it just turns into an infinite loop of Quicksilver XLs, Quake Busters,
Conquerors.
Conquer.
Or full burst into Conqueror. Starfall Starfall, yeah.
Yeah, Starfall hurts. for so many years, I've actually been doing this in in the PvP Discord, like the unofficial one.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been complaining for years to the Dominator players that Starfall is so annoying. That button is crazy.
Mm.
And they always tell me, like, well, Starfall's good, but that's all he has.
Mm.
But that's all he needs.
So it's good that you mentioned the PvP Discord. With the ad tournament happening tomorrow, who do you think are the players to watch out for in the ad tournament?
Give me a second, I need to bring up the brackets.
Okay.
Oh yeah, speaking of brackets, the brackets actually look pretty good this time around.
They're always good. What are you talking about?
Oh no.
Okay.
Alright, so Amount, a player that some people know, not too many though. I definitely think he's not gonna make it to finals.
Ooh.
Who's next? I don't even know how to pronounce that name. C0GN. I just call him Cog. He Vietnamese player.
Mm-hmm.
But he's very strong. He's the person that did the 150k maximum strike hits to me yesterday.
So probably gotta watch out for them. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's terrifying, dude. Those maximum strikes hurt.
Yeah.
And then there's the obvious Haven pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the favorite to win, personally.
Okay.
Like, I've seen him play versus, like, the other ad players. They just kind of get skill difference. Awoken Andy, another player. I don't actually know what ad he joined on. If it's Overmind, I'm sorry, but he's probably not making it to finals.
See, I see in the chat, Saviok and Mukajin.
Who? Mukajin?
Mm-hmm.
I've actually never seen that player.
I know who exactly that player is.
I have no clue who that is.
Yeah, Trash MP is not in the tournament.
Okay, that's Hamsam, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest, I think Haven still wins easily. That's my favorite to win. Like if someone wanted me to like bet me, like ED, money, whatever, Haven's the pick. But I wouldn't be convinced if he threw the game just so I lost money.
Surprised that Trash MP didn't join Ads 1 tournament because he's Ads 1 main. Timing may not have been the best for him. I know, like, it just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. But sometimes the schedule doesn't work for everyone, unfortunately. Anyone else you think should be watched out for?
I haven't actually seen many of these players, so they're mostly new names to me. Oh, Mr. Blue's the person I used to complain a lot to. I tell them that they'd always go on about how Dominator wasn't that amazing of a character, and then argue with them for like hours, and it always went nowhere. So I just decided to stop arguing with them.
Fair. All right. So if there's no one else, let's see. Top 3 favorite updates in the game, Charlie. What would your top 3 be?
Top 3 favorite updates? That's hard because I've been playing for so long.
That's why it's a good question.
One of my favorite updates has had to have been like the Perkusus.
Okay.
The whole Perkusus raid. Those raids were so fun. I met like so many new people looking for parties, working with my guild Pixel at the time. Second update. This is really hard. I don't know.
I'll allow like smaller stuff. Like someone is saying, like the title share update.
The title share update was great. Oh, actually, you know what has been amazing recently? The 64-bit client. This client is amazing. I have not crashed one time since I installed this client.
Wow.
This has been an amazing update. Like, definitely top 3 for sure.
Okay, so Perkesis, 64-bit client. What would your third be?
It'd probably just be like the Rigor gear share.
Ah, that quality of life.
Yeah, because I put so much effort into my Rigor, right? All the chloride seeds, all the dailies.
Mm-hmm.
I spent 2 years doing dailies on like 5 characters to get them all R21. And I'm just like, oh, well, I can't use it anymore because it's on a single character. And then the update came, and now I can use it on every character.
Yeah, that's probably like one of my favorite things about it, actually. Just, okay, I hit level 99. I'm still working on Transcendence. Let me, like, put that Rigor
Yeah, let me
armor.
just pick up my Rigor gear so I can work on Transcendence.
Yeah. Like, oh, I was already hitting like 500k combat power with the Elria node and a Void weapon. Now
Yeah,
I'm hitting...
all my ults can have CP now.
Yeah, now I'm like at 800 and I'm still not even a third.
Yeah, it's great. I love that. I love the Rigor sharing.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden get third. Okay, now I'm at... Oh, wow, jeez.
I will be honest though, I don't remember the last time I did a masterclass quest line.
Oh, wow.
I get the third job. I did the one run of like the Shadow Vein. Immediately like look at my KC and it's like I see the 600. I'm like, I'm spending. I don't want to do this.
Well, you know you don't have to do Shadow Vein now. You can do any Varnamir dungeon.
Oh, is it any running rhythm? I kept on doing Shadow Vein.
Yeah, we changed that. I want to say about a year ago.
It's been a year.
Something like that. Yeah. It was with the bank share update. For
I didn't actually
Rigor.
know that. I've been doing Shadow Vein for every 4th path.
Yeah, it's now any Varnamir dungeon.
That's cool. Now I know.
I would say, Choli, read the quest, but it's like what you do. It's like, oh, okay, mission done. Accept.
I mean, I did it for how many characters now?
Yeah.
4 paths per character.
Yeah, so it's like muscle memory.
Yeah, it is like muscle memory.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I gotta go do Shadow Vein. Anyone want to carry me?
All right. And I guess I got one more question. So, what is your favorite things to do in and outside of Elsword? Like hobbies or something.
My hobbies? Anything that has to do with computers. I love technology. My current major is actually computer science because ever since I was like a kid, my dad like showed me how to like install Windows on a computer. That was like the first step. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. I could install Windows XP on this computer that like my dad made out of scrap metal or whatever.
Apparently, Chat is now calling you Hacker Man.
Hacker Man?
Yeah.
I've been called hacker a few times.
I believe everyone at some point in time in this game has been called a hacker.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like, oh,
they see the plus 12 damage and I immediately get called hacker.
I can imagine.
Yeah, like having gear just makes you a hacker.
All right. So, Choli, any questions for me that you'd like to ask? Obviously, it's an interview, but you deserve a little bit of time to ask some questions.
Do I have the privilege of asking such questions?
Yes, but just know that I may or may not be able to provide answers on certain questions depending on the context.
I guarantee you, every single question I have is not an answerable question.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, this is more of a joke question, but when are we getting double jump added to Raven as a base feature instead of synergy? I hate using my synergy for double jump.
Let's see. If it happens, it might happen between now and the end of time.
Okay. I'll be waiting for it.
May happen. It's not a guarantee.
I mean, I'll be on my deathbed and I might still be waiting for it.
You might be on your deathbed and you'll probably like to say, please, as my final wish, add this feature to the game.
Yeah, give Raven the ability to double jump without paying 30 mil a week.
Or Raven Path 5. Oh.
Raven Path 5. I feel like we've got a couple of years until that happens.
I don't know.
Maybe another decade, actually.
Alright, let's like talk hypothetical. If Raven were to get a 5th path, what would you like to see from it?
I don't even know what they could do with Raven at this point. Maybe a dual-wielding Raven? I don't know. We've got the Blade Master Raven. We've got the edgy, I want to punch things Raven. Fire Raven. Then we have like the overdose on Alterasia spores Raven. I don't even know what they could do with the Raven anymore. Turn both his arms into Nassler arms.
Turn the Nassar arm into the sword. So there you go. You got the dual wield right there.
You know what? That is dual wielding Nassler arms, so it works. He just loses his sword and loses range.
Become a crow for his 5th path. So now he's an actual bird.
No, he just becomes a normal person. He just loses the arm.
Make Raven reformed as a person.
I don't think you can reform and just become a person.
Yeah. Actually, if he does become a crow, he could do the double jump. It would make sense.
I mean, if you're a crow, you can just fly infinitely, right?
Not always. Sometimes those wings get tired.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have like a stamina bar underneath my mana bar, right?
Yeah. Raven dies, replaced by Crow Rider. Oh.
Wait, but Crow Rider's kind of boring. He's just base Raven.
I'm not gonna deny that, because it's kind of true when you fight him. And then and then you got Type H, which is just Lord Knight and Rune Slayer mixed together.
Yeah. Armageddon Blade, Storm Blade.
Windblade, or old school Windblade.
Oh, you can like toss out Windblade now, right?
Yeah, and he has like the Dash ZZX combo from Rune Slayer 2, where he just like tosses the fireball backwards.
Oh yeah, he even has like the LK combos, yeah.
Alright. Any other questions that you could ask that I can probably answer?
None of the above.
Ah. Alright, in that case, chat, do you have any more questions that you would like to ask Choli?
Oh, dude, I miss Air Slash. That button was fun.
God, I remember Air Slash. At first, it was like meh, and then all of a sudden it became good. And I think it was because of the skill note.
Thoughts on Genesis PvE? That character's broken. The person I run with doubles my damage easily. I feel like that character needs a nerf. I think his name was Scarlet.
Interesting. I believe that there's a Scarlet in my house.
No, I think he ran.
Oh yeah, they ran away. Now I only have a Shiva.
Popeyes or Raisin Canes? Raisin Canes.
It's been a while since I had a Raisin Canes. I just recently had some Popeyes and it was good.
I had it like a week ago.
To answer your question about him talking about you, we were talking about like what are some ad players to watch out for this tournament, and you were the first one to come up because you're technically at the top of the list.
He is at the top of the brackets.
Yeah. Just bought Canes an hour ago. I kind of want some Canes now just because it would be good, but I did just have chicken.
Honestly though, the crispiness of like Popeyes is just better than Canes. I think you go to Canes for like all the other stuff. The sauce is amazing. I like their bread. Their coleslaw's garbage. Their lemonade's nice.
Fries are okay.
Fries are okay, yeah.
I would say if you like chicken fingers, then Raisin Canes might be better. If you like full, like actual pieces of chicken, yeah, probably Popeyes.
If you're just starting on how long does it take to be good at endgame, if you have general game knowledge about most MMOs and you're willing to spend the money if needed, I'm gonna be honest, probably give it like a year, you can probably hit endgame.
Like
Will you show off your haircut on stream? I already told you guys no. You're never seeing me on cam.
He won't show me, chat, so. Then again,
yeah, maybe
I did
ask.
ask.
Next year, if you go to AX this year, maybe you can just see me in real life.
Hey, I'm actually probably planning something, so maybe I will be there.
Yeah, I'm not just hanging out with my group. I'm not just hanging out with my group at AX.
Yeah.
And I promised them we're gonna get boba together.
Nice.
What are the best ways to make ED? Run a bunch of dungeons and hope you drop an accessory. That's my method.
I know, like, some people will buy items from the item mall and sell those.
Oh, dude,
so
did you see the price on the Plegus' manifestation? Like the the Labyrinth drop, the accessory? The 5% adept?
I want to say it's like, what, at least 2 billion, but I want to say it's actually upwards of 4 billion.
It's nearing like 6 billion.
Ouch!
You drop one of those, you can probably... You drop one of those, drop 2, that's a plus 11 right there.
Excuse me, I have 100 of those tickets. I gotta go do some grinding.
I farmed the entire title and I dropped 0.
Oh, darn! Looks like I'm not getting it then. Look for the guy with Boba and AX. That'll really narrow it down.
Oh yeah, look for the Asian dude with Boba at AX in California in LA.
I farmed the title and dropped multiple. Well, someone's a bit lucky in this chat.
Yeah. I think that just means that we need to nerf Genesis's drop rate too.
Erida farming is my favorite farming method. Also requires no gear. Erida's an interesting choice, yeah.
I could never get back into the current version of Erida. I just don't have as much fun as like the previous versions, where it's just a platforming challenge.
There's only 2 Plagueis manifestations on the board, and they're both 6.5 bill. Wow.
What one class would you delete? That's not really a good question to me.
Yeah, that's really...
Because if I could, I'd delete everybody.
Except
they're the only characters that needs to exist.
Hey, it would work in what you want. Get more people to play NI.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. You have to play NI now.
Yeah. Let's see... There was something I saw and I wasn't sure where it was. Well, you know what? Tatsumaki wants to know how to become legendary.
Become a legendary?
Yeah.
I mean, just one tap of 12. If you want to have the 13, you become legendary.
Nice.
For sure.
So, I did mention it before, and I did drop the form in both the YouTube and the Twitch chat. This will kind of like be the final call to join the giveaway. You have to participate in our Chung fashion event that's currently on our website. Just submit your entry with taking a screenshot. Post the screenshot, or take a screenshot of your submission, post it on social media, and include the link to your social media posts on the Google form. With your IGN and your server. We're going to be choosing 10 winners after the stream for 500 kaching each. We will contact you because it will be through with a coupon code, so we'll contact you directly to provide you the code. And yeah. Also, as a note, because of the Chung event, Choli, I'm not sure if you may have seen it, but we are going to be doing an Elrio's fashion show for both NA and INT, and choosing 10 people from both servers to show off their Chung fashion. And those 10 people are going to get kaching, and the chat is going to be able to vote to see who has the best fashion.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, that just sounds like a free win for me. I put on the hedge suit and I win.
Well, we'll have to see about that, because 10 people that are that join the thing are going to get selected. You may or may not get selected, depending.
I mean, if you don't choose hedge suit, you're just wrong.
What if everyone just wears head suit? Do I have to choose all 10?
Everyone wins. Yeah, everyone wins.
Oh boy, the hedge is overpowered here.
Yeah, I think it might need a nerf.
But yeah, guys, sign up for it. You get chosen. Be a part of our stream. All right. With that said, I think it's probably time that we end today's live stream. Tomorrow we will be having the ad tournament. We will not be streaming it on this channel. If the volunteers who will be helping us out want to stream it, like Choli here, they are free too. So you guys can catch some of the action there. And on Saturday, we will be doing the top 8 on the channel at 12 p.m. Pacific. So make sure you tune in then.
The ad tournament's gonna be fun. I definitely am pretty excited to see this one. Because it's always the ad plays with the biggest mouths. So I want to see it.
So you want to see whose mouth can, or whose actions can back it up.
Yeah. Who can back up their words?
And of course, because
although we are missing a few ad players, I would have liked to see.
yeah, like I was like looking through a lot of the ad players. I'm like, oh, well, I'm surprised that they didn't sign up. Oh man, like, and they signed for previous tournaments. Where are they? I know that they're ranked right now, so why aren't they here? But you know, like I said before, timing may not have been the best for them. Everyone has to work or school or something, so it's unfortunate. But the ones who entered, we'll see who can actually, you know, have their bite match their bark.
Yeah, just hope my classes don't take a toll on me tomorrow, or else I'm going to sound extremely sleepy.
Oh no.
Even more so than I already am.
Oh no. However, to also mention, like, since we have been doing these single character tournaments, we did have Elsword's fourth path arrive over a month ago. Recently, we did have Chung's fourth path arrive. Are turns going to be happening for them? We'll have to see. They might be happening soon. But if we have any more details on that, we will announce it on the website. And I'll probably announce it through like Discord or social media as well. But with that said, Choli, thank you very much for joining me today and being a part of this. It was actually very fun.
A lot better than I expected. I thought I'd just be like stuck on answers. I'd be like, oh, what do I think I need to do? I don't know. Go ask a better player.
You're just glad that my questions were actually like, you know, right in there for you to answer. Or something, I don't know. Why did Aisha and Raven get a 2s tournament? We know what can happen with an Aisha 1v1 tournament.
See another 2s tournament, actually?
We might see a 2s tournament in the future. I don't know if we're going to do it for the character-specific ones, but we'll see.
Like, we still have to do Elysis and Chun. Just combine the two.
Well, it's a bit too late right now.
I know it makes some Elysis players mad, and I'm all up for it.
But there is going to be some stuff further down the pipeline, obviously. So definitely keep a lookout for that. Again, ad tournament this weekend, and I will see you on Saturday. Choli, any final words that you want to give our viewers?
No.
And that's the final word from him. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for watching. We'll see you at the next live stream.